Good afternoon, grade 5 parents. My name is Margaret Park. I'm the assistant principal at Seoul Elementary School. Thank you for coming today. Your children are so excited and nervous back there, and we are so grateful to have you join us in person today. In a minute, they'll be walking through, so we invite you to acknowledge them, cheer for them, clap for them, and please enjoy this time. Thank you. Parents, let's give one more round of applause to our grade 5 students today. Good afternoon, parents, students, teachers, Mr. Flanagan, Mr. Smith, Mr. Prest. We are here to celebrate our grade 5 students' learning journey at Seoul Elementary School, and we're incredibly proud of our students today. We want to take a moment to acknowledge the continual teaching and care and learning that our grade 5 teachers have provided. And so a huge thank you and deep appreciation to Mrs. Carey, Ms. Hitchcock, Mrs. Kim, Ms. McKenzie, Ms. Matsuzova, Ms. Smith, Ms. Lorenz, Mr. Lucchese, Ms. Murray, and all of our specialist teachers. And of course, our wonderful music teacher, Ms. Jun. So let's give them a round of applause. We also want to take time to thank our PTA, Mr. Black in the theater department and the theater team. They've spent a lot of time arranging this beautiful setting for you, so let's give them a round of applause as well. Okay. And parents, Thank you for your partnership. Students, let's give your parents a round of applause. And then we have our stars of the show today. We want to acknowledge all of our grade 5 learners today. Thank you, students, for an incredible year. Today, we celebrate you, your learning journey at Seoul Elementary School. And we are so proud of who you are, just because of who you are. So parents, let's give one last round of applause to our students before we start the show. We will now begin our ceremony with a prayer from our Student Ambassador Vice President, Andrew Hahn. Andrew, come on up.
Please join me in prayer. Gracious and loving God, we ask now for your almighty hand to be upon our grade 5 students as our community celebrate this milestone. We pray that our community be strong and courageous, believing that you have called us and are always with us. We pray that when we encounter struggles and difficult times, when we experience loss and things don't go our way, that you would teach us greater perseverance through it all. Build deeper character, stronger faith, and use any hardship in our lives for ultimate good, turning it around for blessing instead. We ask for your powerful boldness and courage to face every challenge set before us, with the confidence and peace that can only come from your Spirit. We ask you to help us use our voices wisely and in service to others, and rise up to pronounce justice and peace in the world. Bless our community from this day on with goodness and success. In Jesus' name, we ask this. Amen.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for that wonderful prayer. Next, we have our Student Ambassador President, Farah Chung, to give the promotional speech. Farah, we invite you to the stage.
Hello, 5th graders, teachers, and parents. I'm your Student Ambassador President, Farah Chung, and I'm honored to have the chance to speak to you today. I want to start by telling you what I will not be talking about today. I will not mention the pandemic. It has impacted our lives in so many ways for about 2.5 years. That is half of the time we've spent in elementary school. It took from us family trips, sports events, music concerts, birthday parties, and half of our faces. It impacted our very freedom. But it also gave us an opportunity to spend more time with our families. It gave us new ways to connect with one another, wherever we are. It gave us new and interesting ways of learning. It gave us a greater appreciation for the things we have and love. And it gave us the strength to face a global crisis, persevere through the challenges, and stand here today ready to move on to the next stage of our lives. I will not mention the journey that we're on. That would be a cliche. We are on a path towards a bright future, and I am forever grateful to the wonderful teachers and administrators that have been part of our SFES experience and who have helped mold and guide us on that path. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for us, braving the challenges of the past few years to ensure that we always feel supported, encouraged, and stay focused. I'm grateful for my fellow student ambassadors. We had an incredible team and an incredible year. And I also enjoyed working with you to plan Spirit Week and Recess in the Veranda. Speaking of cliches, I will not tell you that this is the end of a chapter in your life or that this is the start of a new one. I think you can figure that out for yourselves. Elementary school was challenging, but it was also fun and forgiving. Now, there are a lot of changes ahead in the grown-up world known as middle school. At least for now, try not to think about the confusing new schedule, or the mountains of homework, or the new school building, which is actually older than our current school building. For now, focus on deli lunch. It is no longer a reward, it is every day. Focus on a shorter walk from the garage. You will appreciate this on those cold and rainy days. Most importantly, focus on new teachers and friends and this opportunity to create new friends and relationships. You are only in middle school once, just like you were only in elementary school once. Make the most of it. Focus on these things and be excited. Lastly, I will not talk about the exhibition. We've already talked about it a lot. It was an amazing experience to have the opportunity to work on a meaningful project, to project a positive, world-changing message without someone holding your hand. All of our teachers and mentors did such a great job supporting us, and I know that we have all grown tremendously during the process. And it's a huge relief that it's now over. So that's what I won't be talking about. What I did want to tell you today is that I'm extremely proud to be your classmate and your friend. And I'm excited for our future and the amazing path we all have ahead of us. In the words of our Heavenly Father, when he spoke to one of his most beloved children, Job, "Your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be." Wherever your path leads you, you are all crusaders, warriors who face daunting challenges and fight for what you believe in, with the Lord on your side and the spirit and faith that you will always overcome. I hope you all have a wonderful summer, and I look forward to seeing you all in 6th grade. Class of 2022, congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. Please give yourselves a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Farah. That was wonderful. Now we're going to welcome Mr. Prest to the stage for his principal speech. Let's welcome Mr. Prest.
Good afternoon, Grade 5 parents, students and teachers. Welcome to the Grade 5 promotion ceremony. I'm excited to be here today in person, as this is another sign that we continue to move forward and live with COVID. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to talk about all the things that Farah told us not to talk about, but we'll see where we go. So I must start by thanking and congratulating our Student Ambassador President, Farah, for an incredible speech. It had it all. It was articulate with humour, it had intellect, and she spoke with a Grade 5 student voice. It was so impressive, and a true representation of what our Grade 5 student body is capable of. Farah has been part of our elementary school community since pre-K 3. That's 8 years. I can't wait to see where she is after another 7 years of SFES education. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge our Grade 5 student leaders. These are the student ambassadors and house leaders. Throughout this year, and the last 2.5 years, one of the challenges has been providing authentic opportunities for our student leaders to lead. They have managed to find ways and continue to blossom. I congratulate them on this. The Grade 5 exhibition. Congratulations, students. Well done. Each year it continues to get better and better. I'm going to touch back on the exhibition a little bit later. Today I plan on sharing 2 messages, one for our parents and one for our students. Let me start by thanking our parents for partnering with Seoul Foreign School. Education involves a partnership between the child, the parents, and teachers. All three need to work together to ensure success. Parents, I can't thank you enough for your support you have given your sons and daughters and Seoul Foreign School. This makes our job easier and puts your child on a path to success. I encourage you to continue this partnership into the middle school and beyond. Parents, my message today won't surprise you. It is ideas you already know and may have heard from me before. But hopefully by me highlighting them again today, you'll reflect a little bit more and hopefully embrace them. My first message is about sleep. I want to stress the importance of getting adequate sleep. I raise this today because surveys over the last 2.5 years have highlighted students in grade 4, 5, middle school and beyond have experienced a lack of sleep. Sleep enhances your memory and makes you more creative. It makes you look more attractive. It helps keep you slim and lowers food cravings. It protects you from cancer and dementia. It wards off colds and flu. It lowers your risks of heart attack and strokes, not to mention diabetes. You even feel happier, less depressed, and less anxious. And who doesn't want this for our students and children? Plus, it gives our brain time to store things in our long-term memory, which helps learning. 6 to 13-year-olds require 9 to 11 hours of sleep per night. As a parent of a middle school and high school student, trust me, I know firsthand how challenging it is to ensure students get adequate sleep. But the benefits of sleep are so huge. Please continue to push this at home, and I will continue to fight the struggle, especially with my son. Parents, my second message, I'd like you to reflect back when your sons and daughters were toddlers, when they were just learning to walk. At this time, no matter what, you encouraged them, you supported them, you praised them. You allowed them to fail. They fell over, they tripped, they got back up, and you supported that. You believed they could do it. As your sons and daughters enter the middle school, just like they did when they were toddlers, they'll need you to have these same attitudes to support them. They won't tell you they need it, but they still need to be praised. They still need you to believe in them. Parents, most importantly, when you sit down tonight to reflect on your son, daughter's promotion and the incredible growth, you should feel proud, and please congratulate yourself on an incredible job you have done. All year I've heard from teachers what a special group this is, and I agree 100% with them. I was privileged to work closely with a small number of them when I acted as a mentor during the exhibition, and they were amazing. You have laid a very, very strong foundation. Thank you for all you've done, and congratulations. You should feel very, very proud of your sons and daughters. They are incredible ambassadors of Seoul Foreign School and of your family. Students, it's over to you now. Now, a number of our students have been at school for a long time, so students, I'm going to ask you to stand. I'm going to read a few things out. If this meets you, you stand at this time. So if anyone started Seoul Foreign School in pre-K 3, can you please stand? Pre-K 4? Okay, one student started in pre-K 4. Farah, did you start in pre-K 3? You told me the other day. Okay, stay standing, Farah, stay standing. Pre-K 4? Okay. Anyone in kindergarten? Okay, grade 1? Wow. Grade 2? Grade 3? Grade 4? Grade 5? Okay. Thanks, everyone. Sit down. Thank you. There's a good learning point for me there. We didn't practice that bit. But as you can see, a number of our students have been here a long time, and some are just recently joining us. But they've all, I'm thankful to say, they've all had an impact on Seoul Foreign School, and I'm very proud that they're here with us. Grade 5, my final words to you are determination, grit, don't give up, growth mindset, not yet, are words we often hear. They are instrumental in success. During the pandemic, many of us watched way too much TV. I seem to be hooked on sports documentaries. I watched the Premier League documentary on the Spurs, I watched the one on Formula One, I watched the one on All Blacks and the Australian Test cricket team, just to name a few. I found these fascinating and particularly interesting how the coaches work with players to get the best out of them. When I think of the words determination, grit, don't give up, growth mindset, and not yet, my mind goes to a documentary I've started recently rewatching. Some of you may have watched it. I wonder if anyone's seen or watched The Last Dance. This documentary was about basketball and Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest player ever. Jordan is famous for many things. Perhaps the students have Nike Air shoes, or they know him because he's famous for taking that last game winning shot. One of my favourite quotes from Jordan is, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost 300 games. 26 times I was trusted with that game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." The last line is so important. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. We certainly can't be as a gifted athlete as Jordan, but we can be determined and hardworking as he was. These characteristics will serve you well as you enter the middle school. Remember to work hard, be determined, have grit, don't give up, have a growth mindset, and remember, not yet. In the sense of, if you have not yet grasped that concept, that is okay. You have time. I would like to change gear and speak a little bit about the Grade 5 exhibition. On the weekend, I spent time on the exhibition website to reflect on the topics and concepts our Grade 5 students inquired into. These included healthy eating, balanced diet, recycling, saving the bees, GMO foods, plastic alternatives, well-being, sleep, endangered species, deforestation, and the list goes on and on. Our students clearly highlighted many of the key issues and problems the world faces today. Some may have left that website feeling down. I left the website with confidence, as I know SFES has laid a strong foundation of love, hope, compassion, acceptance of others, and I could list all our Christ-like attitudes in our students. And these have importantly become part of them, and we have given them agency so they can take action. And this is what the world needs. The world needs SFS students who will take their values, beliefs and attributes and share them with the rest of the world to bring about change. Students, you can do this. A 1,000-mile journey starts with one step. Change starts with one person speaking up. I ask you, Grade 5, actually I challenge you to be that person, to speak up and act. Be an agent of change. The world needs you. Finally, Grade 5, I can confirm you are more than ready for the middle school. Leave with confidence and knowledge that you will be successful. Also, please don't forget that in the elementary school, you learned the most important things. You learned to share, to read, to write, to multiply, to think critically, to take action, to communicate. I could go on and on. Please know we have laid a strong foundation and you will be successful. Students, as we come to the end of the academic year, I encourage you to reach out and thank your teachers for all their hard work. To our Grade 5 teachers and all the teachers who have influenced and guided our students, I thank you and acknowledge the impact you have had on these amazing Grade 5 students. The big, the small, the many unmeasurable aspects of your teaching have shaped these learners to be ready for the middle school and beyond. Thank you, teachers. Grade 5 students, don't forget to come back and say hi. It's not so far from the middle school. Congratulations, we're super proud of you. A few thank yous, then I'll finish. Firstly, thank you to the Parent Association. Your support over the year has been incredible, and I can't thank you enough for all the small, large, and unseen things you do for the elementary school and Seoul Foreign School. Additionally, a huge thank you to the parents who supported the ceremony today by arranging decorations, the balloons, the flowers, and much, much more. Thank you for your time, effort, and care that will help make today so special for our students and our families. Parents, finally, thank you for trusting us with your sons and daughters. I'll leave you with one of my favourite verses from the Bible. It's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, Grade 5.
Thank you, Mr. Prest. And now it's the passing of the certificates. Parents will need about a minute to set up. And just a reminder, as your child is getting their certificate, they will have a chance for a photo. We are going to ask that all parents hold their applause until all the students have received their certificates, and we'll have one final community round of applause. And so I'm going to invite Miss Anna Smith up to read the names.
We now invite 5C to receive your certificates. Ryan On. Sophie Diana Canessa. Edward Yanu Chung. Nathan John. Avery Jun. Monet Jung. James Kang. Julian Kang. Yuna Kim. Eunjung Kim. Toby Kim. Hannah Kwan. Joanne Kwan. June Lee. Koki Narui. Emery Sun. "5C, you may be seated." We now invite 5H to receive your certificates. Cohen Almond. Leah Emashe Carcavallo. Hajun Choi. Gabriella Catherine Cups. Matas Yashunes. Soyun Jin. Elena Jo. Minjun Kim. Emily Lee. Jemin Lee. Juha Lee. Joshua Scott McDermott. Daehun Oh. Caitlin Jill Sa. Ashton Tiong. Lahi Wan. Five H, you may be seated. We now invite 5K to receive your certificates. Jinsung Bang. Evan Hugh Boney. Jayin Jamie Chun. Aaron Chin. Farah Chung. Ethan Huffnagel. Jiu Huang. Eliana Ju. Jaden Ju. Jihuan Kim. Chloe Ko. Braylon Lee. Arav Mishra. Liam Muntz. Siyun Ree. Gemma Sin. Victoria Yu. "5K, you may be seated. We now invite 5M to receive your certificates. Annabelle Chung. Jiwoo Andrew Han. Evelyn Henderson. Helen Huffnagel. Lucas In. Reagan Jun. Irene Aaron Kim. Zoe Kwan. Junho Andrew Lee. Soyun JC Lee. Andrew Sungyun Lee. Samira Niazi. Taehyun Chris Park. Ryan Shin. Jane Claire Yoon. Sari Sully Yoon. "5M, you may be seated. Now we invite 5Z to receive your certificates. Elena Cho. Ian Choi. Hara Ann Colton. Ana Maria Cuckoo. Zoe Hansen. Dylan Huang. Junu Jung. Jibin Bradley Kim. Calum Michael Lamb. Hanjun Lee. Gio Lee. Juhan Aaron Lim. Yuna Manucci. Davin Park. Ellie Selyun Park. Ellen Sandstrom. Kai Ralph Throckmorton. Diana Wan. Five Z, you may have a seat.
And now, parents, let's give our graduates a round of applause. Okay, now we have a few students who would like to share some words of appreciation to their teachers. So students, if you want to come on over, come on down. All right. Oh, so we'll have our students from 5C begin our time together. So go ahead.
Mrs. Carey, thank you for guiding me through my learning journey and providing fun opportunities for learning, such as the migration simulation and the Grade 5 exhibition. You have also been with us for special activities, such as Sports Day and our birthday celebrations. An important lesson I learned from you is to treat people the way you want to be treated, and to think. Also to follow the 3 B's, which means be responsible, be safe, and be respectful. I appreciate how you supported us by giving suggestions and sharing great feedback. And also that you let us have choice and demonstrate responsibility. I am thankful that you slow down and explain things so we don't misunderstand you. I especially like how you use jokes to keep us interested in the lesson, and that you make little fun activities with lessons that help us understand. You have impacted my life by teaching me things I would have never learned on my own. And also, you have changed some of my points of view for the better. Thank you for everything. I will miss fifth grade.
Dear Mrs. Carey, thank you for guiding me through many different events during my days in 5th grade. Thank you for being a wonderful teacher and making our last year in elementary school so special. When I knew that my teacher was Mrs. Carey, I was a little afraid to go into the classroom. I didn't know what to expect. It was a new classroom, a new teacher, and new friends. But as I got to know Mrs. Carey, I learned that she was a very unique teacher with many humorous jokes. I couldn't imagine Mrs. Carey making jokes at first, but it turns out she does it all the time, making the whole class laugh. Thank you for having fun while helping us improve our learning and our skills. I also want to thank you for supporting me during every hard time I went through. I appreciate that you are kind and generous in every moment, always with me, supporting me. Thank you for just being my last elementary school teacher. 5C was the most wonderful time, and I'll always miss you. Sincerely, One Jung from 5C.
Okay, now we have students from 5H.
Dear Miss Hitchcock, I appreciate you and all that you've done for us. You are a very funny, patient, and kind person. And even if you think you aren't, you are very funny. Even if you aren't the perfect teacher, you are the best to me. Thank you for all your support. I really enjoyed playing games with you in class. You are the first teacher I have had who played games with us. You are really fun. At the beginning of the year, I think I was a bit messy and unorganized. You helped me by teaching me strategies for organizing notes and doing things in more efficient ways. I have improved a lot because of you. Thank you for everything you have done for me and for 5H this year.
Miss Hitchcock, thank you for your patience, perseverance, and kindness throughout the year. You have always helped and encouraged us whenever we needed it, whether it was with subjects, homework, or personal problems. Thanks to you, I've learned to organize myself and keep track of time, which will be an important skill in middle school and even further in the future. I also learned from you that mistakes are okay to make and that it's a sign of process. I enjoyed when you made funny, expressive tones and acts when you are reading. You light up the room with your humor, personality, and bright monochromatic outfits. Thank you so much for spending your time and effort to support and direct us to the right path into middle school.
Now we have students from 5K.
Dear Mrs. Kim, firstly, thank you for being our teacher in 2021 to 2022. In the time of COVID-19 and the survival of virtual learning, I think not only 5K, but all of us have survived well in this situation. I think I wouldn't have ended 5th grade successfully if you weren't here. Thank you for giving us great lessons and teaching us wonderfully. I appreciate your activities and other fun memories during 5th grade. You are nice, funny, and a problem solver. You have more wonderful traits that I can't describe. Events we got to experience with you will never be forgotten. One of the important lessons I learned from you is that sometimes going at your own speed is better. Even though some of us are leaving and those of us staying are going to middle school and won't be able to meet you as often, I hope we will meet you again at some point. You have a tremendous impact in my life and in the lives of everyone in 5K. Thank you for giving us so many happy memories and so many reasons to smile. Lastly, thank you for being our 5K teacher, and we bless you to have the best time in your life.
Hello to 5K, and especially to Mrs. Kim. Mrs. Kim, firstly, I would like to thank you for leading us as a team of 5K. Members of the 5K community will never forget the opportunities you gave us and the challenges we overcame together to make it through 5th grade. During the pandemic, you supported us in a helpful way whenever we needed support. We all know that students have a capacity for outstanding work, and you helped us reach our full potential. Anytime we were struggling, you recognized our hardship and came to us to offer more support. You also studied students who had a desire to do more advanced work, and you helped them add more complexity to their learning. You made sure to meet everyone's needs, and you have made an enormous difference and impact on everyone's learning. Students of the 5K community will be very blessed thinking over all the fantastic and enjoyable experiences we have gotten to share with you. Pleasurable memories such as constant chatting about food, playing silent ball, and having free time to read will always stay with us as we are moving on to middle school. The start of a new adventure, just like the beginning when we started 5th grade. Overall, you are a splendid teacher who cares deeply about all of your students. Thank you for being our teacher for our last and final grade in elementary school.
And now we're going to welcome students from 5M.
Kia ka. Those of us in 5M will know what this means. For those of you who do not know, this is a Maori phrase used in New Zealand. It means stay strong. Ms. Mackenzie would say this phrase a lot to us throughout our 5th grade year. When I found out I was assigned to 5M, I was so happy and excited. But I have to admit, my friends and I were nervous to be in 5M because we have heard Ms. Mackenzie was scary. It turns out Ms. Mackenzie can be a bit scary at times, but she is also really funny, nice, and super supportive. Thank you, Ms. Mackenzie, for your support. 5M was tough, but at the same time, a really fun year. It will be a year that I will remember and cherish for the rest of my life. You have been there to support us, encourage us with kia kaha, stay strong at every event that we were anxious about. These events include the migration simulation, our band and choir concerts, and of course, our amazing PYP exhibition experience. And wow! Look at all the great things we have accomplished this year. We couldn't have done it without you. You challenge us to be and do our very best. You have high expectations for all of us and would always remind us that it's okay not to be perfect. You would also remind us that one test or one event will not determine our entire study career. In 5th grade, I learned to challenge myself and that it is okay to make mistakes. I also learned to be more organized, disciplined, and to think deeper and care deeper. I owe all of this to Ms. Mackenzie. Thank you for preparing us for a bright future. 5M, we made it. Thanks to our ES teachers, our parents, and especially Ms. Mackenzie. Whenever we are anxious or things get tough, we will always remember kia kaha, stay strong. Thank you.
Good job.
Dear Miss Mackenzie, this 5th grade year has been a long and bumpy ride. I regret not having talked so much with my classmates, but to be honest, all I really needed was my teacher's acceptance, and Miss Mackenzie accepts all of us for who we are. She is very understanding. Not only did she do that, she also used her fabulous humor to lift everyone's moods when we were tired. Miss Mackenzie has always comforted us when we were anxious about anything. She gave us perspective when we worry about getting low grades. She told us that failing a few questions or failing one test does not mean you failed on everything. She is very supportive. Miss Mackenzie is also very good at explaining things. She is helpful and makes things easier to understand. She always encourages us to try new things and take risks. I am very glad I was chosen to be in 5M this year, and I will always remember Miss Mackenzie. Thank you for everything.
And now we're going to invite students from 5Z.
Dear Miss Sam, you are the best teacher ever. You make learning awesome, you help all of us improve, and you make all of us smile. You're kind, fun, and funny, and encouraging. My favorite memory is the biodiversity lessons. They were so fun, but sometimes sad. I really enjoyed the ecosystems and learning about the different types of animals. You inspire us to take care of the planet and taught us that we need to respect everything on it. This year in 5Z was one of the best years in all 7 to 8 years in school. I will never forget this year with you. I hope you have a great summer. Thank you for everything you have done for 5Z.
Ms. Matushava, you have been an amazing teacher this school year and an amazing role model for all of us. Being in Ms. Matushava's class this year made my, and all of my friends' 5th grade experience much more enjoyable than expected. Ms. Matushava always tried to make class fun for us, and she would chat with us at recess whenever we followed her around. An important lesson we learned from her is to always make kind choices. Ms. Matushava was able not to only make our lessons fun, but to explain things very clearly whenever we had trouble understanding. I'm really excited for the kids who will get to be in Ms. Matushava's class next year. 5Z will miss you.
Thank you, students and teachers. Parents, the grade 5 students have prepared a song for you.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is Bruce, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies, this is me.
Thank you, students. That was amazing. You may be seated. And now we want to welcome Mr. Justin Smith, our middle school principal, for welcome remarks.
I thought I was going to get a clap there, but I guess not. All right. Thank you. Fifth graders, Mr. Prest, elementary faculty, parents, and guests joining us online. First, I want to extend my congratulations to this year's fifth graders for successfully completing elementary school. Way to go, guys. Give yourselves a hand. Today marks an important milestone in your academic career. For those who will be joining us next year, welcome to Seoul Middle School. For those who are moving on to another school, I want to wish you all the best as you transition. And I hope that you quickly settle in to your new environment. Whether you're going to be with us next year or not, your school life is about to change. You're soon going to begin a journey towards independence that's probably both thrilling and terrifying for you. It's going to be okay, though. Soon you'll be given more freedoms like eating in the deli, where you get to choose each day what you'll have for lunch and snack. You'll be given options of where you'd like to hang out with your friends at break. Your journey towards independence also means you'll be given more responsibilities, like managing your locker, having to follow your schedule, and make it to all of your classes on time. It's not uncommon for rising sixth graders to feel a bit anxious about these new expectations, but let me assure you that we understand that becoming independent takes guidance and practice. And that your parents, please know that your parents, middle school teachers, myself, and most importantly, your friends and classmates will be by your side to help you along the way, and know that it's going to be exciting and a lot of fun next year. I'd like to leave you with a quote. Challenges make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Embrace your upcoming transition to middle school and know that you'll have all the help you need next year for a successful sixth grade year. In closing, I want to officially welcome the graduating class of 2029 to the middle school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. And now we have a slideshow prepared for you.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock.
Yeah.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself
standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
'Cause you burn with the brightest flame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through with a smile.
You could be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Do it for your country, do it for your name.
'Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame.
Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion.
Walls of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the king, come hanging on your chest.
You can be the world, you can be the world. You can be a champion banging on the wall.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Okay, yeah, now we're going to welcome our head of school, Mr. Flanagan, for a closing prayer.
Thank you for that very polite bit of British applause. Thank you. Now, I'm supposed to just say a prayer, but I do have to say a few words. This has been a special year, so I hope you'll indulge me, Mr. Prest, if that's okay. Can I say, just watching the students walk across the stage today, and it was a very simple task. They just had to get up, get their thing, take their mask off, get their photograph. They're all wearing the same clothes and then go back. And yet somehow I think we saw that every single one of them is an absolute individual. And that really is in a nutshell the task of any school, to take this journey with a group of students, all of whom are completely one-offs. People who they've never been another one of each one of these students. And they're your children. And I really hope that in all we do, we do justice to the trust that you put in us. I do have to say just a couple of thank yous. First of all, we've thanked the teachers, but I do have to thank the teachers again, because it is a great honour and gift that we get to be teachers. But there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. So I'd just like to say thank you, teachers, for all that you do, every single one of them. So I'll give them a round of applause. I'm going to mention two people who don't get very many thank yous. First of all, can I thank Margaret Park? Margaret Park is assistant principal, and this year she's going to be leaving Seoul Foreign School after 11 years of incredible devotion and service to our school. She's going on to pastures new and really exciting opportunities. But I would ask you to give our assistant principal a big round of applause. Thank you, Margaret. Great job. And I also want to thank Damien Prest, because not only in this incredible couple of years that we've gone through, not only has he led the elementary school with real courage and tenacity and vigour, he's also been a central part of all the kind of difficult decisions that we've had to make over the last couple of years. And I'm truly grateful, Damien, for the work you do for our senior leadership team, but also for the elementary school. So thank you, Damien. Good man. Thank you. I'm also going to thank the students, because as you can see, they're a very special group of people. Grade 5 children do have a special place in my heart. I've taught kids from 4 to 18 over my way too long career. But I think grade 5 was the year that I taught most. And it is a special year. There feels like there's a kicking off point from all the things they do in elementary school onto that next stage of development. But if you teach well enough, they can do it. That's what's so great about grade 5 kids. And you can see, I mean, just some of the speeches and the way they're handling themselves, that they're doing a wonderful job. So I'm really proud of you, grade 5. Good luck into the future. Thank you. But I'm going to save my final thank you to you as parents. This has been an interesting 2.5 years. It really has. And I'm incredibly proud of the way the schools got through this. But a big part of that is down to you as parents. The support that we've had over the last couple of years has grown and grown and grown. And we certainly couldn't have done it without you and your support. So thank you so very much. Really, truly appreciate it. Thank you. Give us a round. Okay, now I'm going to do the job that I was told to do in the first place. So, okay, I'd ask you to be with me in a moment of prayer. Lord, be with us in this room right here, right now, as we offer up a prayer of gratitude. Thank you for all of the gifts that these incredible students have been blessed with. Give them the strength, the wisdom, and all that they need to be able to make the right choices as they move on to the next stage of their schooling. Be with them, support them, guide them, and love them. And give them the strength to continue that love, that acceptance, and that tolerance that each of us need to make the world a better place. And we ask you this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Flanagan. Now we have Yuna Kim to give an announcement. Come on up, Yuna.
Hello parents, my name is Yuna Kim and I'm the Secretary of the Student Ambassadors. Thank you for joining us today for the Grade 5 promotion ceremony. I now invite you to join us for a photo opportunity with your child or children in front of the Korean gate. We have a photographer and a backdrop for photos. After this, feel free to mingle and enjoy the community time.
Okay, thank you, parents. Students, we're actually going to walk out. We're going to start with 5Z, and you're going to walk out the way you came in, okay? So 5Z, we're going to get started. And parents, thank you so much, and we will meet you at the Korean gate.